When Alex found a text on Sophia's phone saying, "He's not one of us," his world shattered. A park ranger in love with a high-flying consultant. He thought love could bridge their worlds. But betrayal sparked a fire in him to rebuild and reclaim his worth. What Sophia did next will shock you. The hiker's scream echoed through the Columbia River Gorge, sharp enough to startle a flock of sparrows from the pines. Alex Carter, a 30-year-old park ranger, sprinted toward the sound, his boots crunching gravel on the Eagle Creek Trail. He found her, a college student, ankle twisted, clinging to a rocky outcrop above a 50-foot drop. "Stay calm. I've got you," Alex said, securing a rope around her waist. His steady hands pulled her to safety, her shaky thanks mixing with the rush of the nearby falls. By noon, the local news van arrived, filming Alex as he guided the hiker to paramedics. "Just doing my job," he told the reporter, brushing off praise. The segment aired that evening, earning him a flood of appreciative comments online. Back in Portland, Alex parked his dusty Ranger truck outside Sophia's sleek Pearl District loft. They'd been together for 2 years. Their romance sparked at a brewery meetup where she'd laughed at his story of outsmarting a curious raccoon. Sophia, 28, a tech consultant with a knack for closing deals, seemed to admire his passion for the wild. But lately, her smiles felt forced, her invitations to join her at tech mixers scarce. Tonight, she was hosting a dinner for her colleagues, and Alex had promised to be there, despite dreading the small talk about stock options and startups. He stepped into the loft, the hum of conversation hitting him like a wall. Sophia's colleagues, all polished professionals, filled the space. Chloe, her sharp-tongued friend from the firm, handed him a glass of wine with a smirk. "So, Alex, saved any lost squirrels today?" she asked, her tone slicing through the chatter. He forced a chuckle, ignoring the sting, and joined Sophia at the kitchen island. She was mid-story about a client pitch, her hands animated, eyes bright, until she noticed him. "Oh, Alex is here," she said, her voice flattening, as if his presence required an explanation. After dinner, while clearing plates, Alex's phone buzzed with a notification, a clip of his rescue on the news. He showed it to Sophia, hoping for a spark of pride. "That's nice," she said, barely glancing up from her phone. Disappointed, he stepped onto the balcony for air, the city lights blurring below. Her phone, left on the counter, lit up with a text from Chloe. "Alex is sweet, but he's not one of us. You need someone who matches your ambition." The words hit like a punch. He scrolled up, finding more. "He's a liability at events, sophomore. You're going places, he's stuck in the dirt." Heart pounding, Alex set the phone down as Sophia returned. "Everything okay?" she asked, her tone too casual. He couldn't hold it in. "I saw Chloe's texts. Is that how you feel too? That I'm beneath you?" Her face froze, then softened into something rehearsed. "Alex, I care about you. But my world, it's different. My career depends on connections, on fitting in. You're amazing, but you don't get that." Her words were gentle, but the truth cut deeper. She was ashamed of him. He stood jaw tight. "So, what? I need to quit my job, wear a suit, and talk about crypto to be good enough?" Sophia sighed, crossing her arms. "I'm not saying quit. Just level up. Meet me halfway." The expectation in her eyes, demanding he reshape himself, felt like a betrayal. "I'm not the one who needs to change," he said, grabbing his keys. "We're done." He drove to his old northeast Portland apartment, leased out, but still his, the familiar creak of the floorboards grounding him. Alone, he opened his laptop and enrolled in an online environmental science program, something he'd shelved years ago. If Sophia couldn't see his worth, he'd prove it to himself. The next morning, he joined a trail cleanup with a local conservation group. There, he met Mia, a biologist with a quick laugh and a camera slung around her neck. "Nice work on that rescue," she said, tossing him a pair of gloves. "Ever think about teaching kids this stuff?" Her question, free of judgment, sparked something in him. For the first time in months, he felt seen. Alex woke to the buzz of his alarm, the pre-dawn chill seeping into his northeast Portland apartment. He laced up his boots, grabbed his Ranger pack, and headed to the Columbia River Gorge for a weekend trail restoration project. The betrayal from Sophia's text still stung, but the rhythm of clearing invasive blackberry vines with a volunteer crew dulled the ache. Mia, the biologist he'd met at the last cleanup, worked beside him, her quick wit cutting through the morning fog. "You ever consider filming this stuff?" she asked. yanking a stubborn root. People would eat up seeing a ranger in action. The idea lodged in his mind. Back home, Alex set up a cheap tripod and recorded his first video, a shaky clip explaining how to identify native plants on the Eagle Creek Trail. He posted it to YouTube as Gorge Guardians, expecting nothing. By morning, it had 200 views and comments praising his knowledge. Encouraged, he uploaded another, detailing how trail maintenance protects local watersheds. Views climbed to 1,000. Mia texted, "Told you, keep going." Her belief fueled his drive. At his ranger station, Alex balanced patrols with late-night study sessions for his environmental science program. He submitted assignments on soil erosion and biodiversity, earning praise from his professors. During a break, he checked his channel, 10,000 subscribers in 3 weeks. A local nonprofit, Green Trails Alliance, emailed him, inviting him to lead a youth workshop on forest ecosystems. "Your videos show real expertise," their director wrote. Alex accepted, designing a hands-on session where kids built birdhouses and learned about salmon migration. Meanwhile, Sophia's life accelerated in Portland's tech scene. She started dating Ethan, a venture capitalist with a corner office and a knack for dominating conversations. At a rooftop networking event, she introduced him to Chloe, who gushed, "Finally, someone who fits." Sophia smiled, but Ethan's habit of checking his phone mid-sentence left her feeling like an accessory. When a colleague mentioned Alex's viral videos, Sophia brushed it off. "He's just playing Ranger online," she said, but curiosity gnawed at her. Alex's next video, a time-lapse of a trail repair, hit 50,000 views. Comments flooded in. "This guy's the real deal, and why isn't he running the parks?" Mia joined him for a live stream, answering viewer questions about wildlife conservation. Their easy banter, her teasing him about his terrible knot-tying skills, him firing back about her obsession with owl pellets, drew thousands. Afterward, over coffee at a dive bar, Mia pitched a bigger idea. Start a series on conservation challenges. "People need to hear this." Alex agreed, sketching out episodes on logging impacts and urban sprawl. Sophia, scrolling through her phone at a tech conference, stumbled on Alex's latest video. His confidence, the way he explained complex ecology with passion, unsettled her. She remembered dismissing his ranger work as cute. Now, strangers online called him inspiring. Ethan, beside her, barely noticed her distraction, too busy pitching a startup to a potential investor. Her firm's next big project, a sustainability campaign, loomed, and she realized Alex's expertise could have helped. Pride kept her from reaching out. Alex led the youth workshop, guiding teens through a muddy creek to study macroinvertebrates. One kid, a shy 15-year-old, lit up when Alex showed him how to spot caddisfly larvae. "You could be a ranger someday," Alex told him, seeing his younger self in the boy's awe. The nonprofit offered him a part-time role to develop more programs. His channel hit 100,000 subscribers, and a Portland news outlet interviewed him about his growing platform. "I just want people to care about the land," he said, deflecting personal questions. At a tech gala Sophia insisted he attend, Alex arrived in his best jacket, feeling out of place among suits and champagne flutes. Chloe cornered him at the bar. "So, Mr. YouTube star, still digging in the dirt?" Her jab landed, but Alex shrugged it off. Sophia, across the room, laughed with Ethan and her colleagues, but her eyes flickered toward Alex. Later, she pulled him aside. "Your videos are impressive," she said, hesitating. "Maybe I underestimated you." Alex met her gaze. "You didn't underestimate me. You just didn't see me." He walked away, leaving her staring after him, her perfect world cracking at the edges. Alex's phone buzzed as he led a dawn patrol through the Columbia River Gorge, checking trail markers after storm. A TEDx Portland organizer invited him to speak on grassroots conservation. "Your Gorge Guardians channel is inspiring thousands," the email read. Alex hesitated. Public speaking wasn't his strength, but Mia's voice echoed in his head. People need to hear this. He accepted, spending nights scripting a talk on how small actions protect ecosystems, weaving in stories of kids from his workshops discovering nature. His YouTube channel surged past 250,000 subscribers, fueled by a new series on invasive species' impact on local rivers. Viewers mailed him letters, one from a teenager who started a cleanup club inspired by his videos. At a Green Trails Alliance meeting, the director offered him a grant to expand his youth programs, citing his ability to make science accessible. Alex pitched a mobile app to connect volunteers with local projects, and the nonprofit greenlit it. He recruited Mia to help design it, their late-night brainstorming sessions sparking more than just ideas. Sophia, meanwhile, felt the weight of her tech world pressing harder. Ethan's constant networking left her drained, his advice on her personal brand feeling more like control than support. At a client meeting, her firm's sustainability campaign flopped when a partner pointed out its lack of field expertise. Sophia's thoughts flashed to Alex, but she pushed them away, focusing on her next pitch. Ethan dismissed her stress. Just close the deal, sophomore. That's what matters. Alex poured his energy into the TEDx talk, practicing in front of Mia and a mirror. She suggested adding a call to action. Get people out on the trails with you. The idea clicked. He organized a community hike to follow his talk, inviting viewers to join him in restoring a damaged section of Multnomah Falls. The event sold out in hours, with 200 people signed up. His environmental science professor emailed, praising his latest paper on watershed management and recommending him for a National Park Service internship in Yosemite. At the TEDx event, Alex took the stage, heart racing under the spotlight. He shared how a hiker's rescue pushed him to amplify his ranger work online, emphasizing that anyone could protect nature with small, deliberate steps. The crowd erupted in applause when he showed a clip of kids from his workshop releasing salmon fry into a creek. Backstage, Mia hugged him. "You nailed it," she said, her eyes bright with pride. The talk went viral, pushing his channel to 500,000 subscribers. Sophia watched the live stream at her desk, her coffee growing cold. Alex's passion, his ease with the audience, contrasted sharply with the hollow ambition driving her own life. She texted Chloe, "Did you see Alex's TEDx?" Chloe replied, "Yeah, he's a big deal now. You let good one go." The words stung. Sophia scrolled through his channel, each video a reminder of the man she dismissed. At a team dinner, Ethan bragged about a new deal, barely noticing her silence. When a colleague mentioned Alex's talk, Sophia forced a smile. "He's doing well," she said, her voice tight. Alex's community hike drew a diverse crowd, families, students, even a local council member. He led them through trail repairs, teaching them to spot invasive plants. Mia captured it for a new video, her camera lingering on Alex, explaining soil erosion to a curious teen. The council member approached him afterward, suggesting he apply for a city grant to fund urban green spaces. "You've got a gift for this," she said. Alex felt a surge of purpose, his life aligning in ways he'd never imagined. Sophia, desperate to reclaim control, called Alex, her voice shaky. "I saw your talk. It was incredible. Can we meet? Just to talk." Alex agreed, curious but guarded, and suggested a neutral cafe in Alberta Arts. When they met, Sophia launched into a rehearsed speech. "I was wrong about you. Your work, it's real. I got caught up in superficial stuff." Alex listened, unmoved. "You wanted me to fit your world, Sophia. I built my own now." Her eyes glistened, but he stood firm. "I'm happy. I hope you find that too." He left, feeling lighter, as Sophia sat alone, grappling with the cost of her choices. Alex crouched beside a stream in the Columbia River Gorge, showing a group of high schoolers how to measure water quality with a testing kit. His Gorge Guardians app, launched with Mia's help, buzzed with notifications as volunteers logged their cleanup efforts across Oregon. The app's success, 10,000 downloads in a month, caught the attention of a national conservation group, which offered Alex a contract to scale it nationwide. He spent mornings leading ranger patrols and evenings refining the app, adding features like real-time trail condition reports. Mia, now a regular collaborator, suggested gamifying it with badges for completed projects. "Make it fun," she said, sketching ideas over tacos at a food cart. Their partnership deepened, her sharp insights balancing his practical know-how. His YouTube channel hit 750,000 subscribers, fueled by a video exposing illegal logging near Mount Hood. The footage, captured during a solo hike, sparked a petition that forced local authorities to investigate. Comments poured in, "You're changing the game," and "Rangers like you give me hope." A Portland State University professor invited him to guest lecture on environmental advocacy, praising his ability to bridge fieldwork and public engagement. Alex accepted, weaving his ranger experiences into a talk that left students buzzing with questions. Sophia's world, meanwhile, began to unravel. Her firm's latest project tanked when clients rejected their pitch for lacking authenticity. Ethan, her boyfriend, blamed her publicly during a team meeting, undermining her in front of colleagues. "You need to step up, Saf," he said, his tone cold. She spent nights alone in her loft, scrolling through Alex's videos, each one a reminder of her misjudgment. At a networking event, Chloe whispered that the firm's partners were eyeing younger talent for a role. Desperate to regain her footing, Sophia emailed Alex, proposing a collaboration on her company's sustainability campaign. "Your expertise could really help," she wrote, hoping to leverage his growing influence. Alex read the email during a break from filming a video on river restoration. He declined politely, citing his packed schedule. "I'm focused on my own projects now," he replied, his words final. Mia, editing footage nearby, sensed his unease. "She's trying to ride your coattails," she said, her voice firm. Alex nodded, redirecting his energy to a new initiative, a youth summit to train teens in conservation leadership. He secured funding from the city grant the council member had suggested, planning hands-on workshops across Portland's parks. Sophia, stung by his rejection, doubled down at work, pitching a high-stakes project to impress her bosses. She spent weeks crafting a proposal, but her ideas felt recycled, lacking the spark she'd seen in Alex's work. Ethan grew distant, canceling plans to chase new investors. At a colleague's engagement party, she overheard Chloe gossiping about her slipping performance. "She's not the same since Alex left," Chloe said, unaware Sophia was nearby. The words hit hard, forcing her to confront how much she'd tied her identity to status. Alex's summit launched with 50 teens, who spent a weekend planting native shrubs and learning about climate resilience. Mia led a photography workshop, teaching them to document their work for social media. The event drew local media, with a reporter quoting Alex, "These kids are the future of our planet." The story went viral, landing him an invitation to speak at a national parks conference in D.C. Mia joined him, their shared passion for conservation solidifying into a relationship built on mutual respect. Over dinner, she admitted, "I didn't expect to fall for a ranger, but here we are." Alex grinned, feeling grounded for the first time in years. Sophia, spiraling, showed up unannounced at one of Alex's workshops, hoping to talk. He was mid-demonstration, showing kids how to build rain gardens. "Sophia, this isn't a good time," he said, keeping his focus on the group. She lingered, watching him connect effortlessly with the teens, her regret palpable. "I messed up, Alex," she said as he packed up. "I see what you built now." He paused, meeting her gaze. "You saw what you wanted to see back then. I moved on." Her shoulders slumped as she walked away, the weight of her choices settling in. Alex stood at the edge of Yosemite National Park, his new ranger badge glinting as he briefed a group of volunteers on trail restoration. His move to California, fueled by a National Park Service role and a conservation policy program at UC Davis, marked a new chapter. The Gorge Guardians app now connected 50,000 users nationwide, with volunteers logging thousands of hours restoring habitats. Mia, now his partner in both work and life, documented their efforts, her photos of Alex teaching kids about alpine ecosystems gaining traction online. His YouTube channel, nearing 1 million subscribers, earned him a partnership with a major outdoor brand to fund community projects. At ADC conference, Alex presented his app's impact to park officials, securing federal funding to expand it to national parks. During a panel, a ranger for Yellowstone cited his videos as inspiration for their own outreach program. Backstage, Mia squeezed his hand. "You're building a movement," she said. They celebrated over burgers, planning a joint research project on climate impacts in Yosemite. Their shared vision, blending science, advocacy, and fieldwork, felt like the life Alex had always wanted. Sophia, back in Portland, faced a reckoning. Her firm passed her over for a promotion, citing lack of innovation. Ethan ended their relationship via text, claiming her distraction hurt his networking. Alone, she volunteered at a local park cleanup, inspired by Alex's videos. Shoveling dirt alongside retirees and teens, she felt a flicker of purpose she hadn't known in years. She emailed Alex, congratulating him on his Yosemite role. "I'm trying to find my own path," she wrote, no longer expecting a response. Alex read it, then archived it, focused on his future. At a mutual friend's wedding in the San Juan Islands, Alex and Mia arrived hand in hand, laughing over a botched kayak landing. Sophia, a last-minute guest, spotted them during the ceremony. Her stomach twisted as she watched Mia tease Alex about his dance moves, their ease a stark contrast to her own strained relationships. During the reception, she approached, her voice tentative. "You've done so much, Alex. I'm proud of you." He nodded, polite but distant. "Thanks, Sophia. I hope you're finding what makes you happy." Mia, sensing the tension, chimed in. "He's too busy saving the planet to dwell on the past." Her tone was kind but firm, marking the boundary. Sophia lingered by the bar, watching Alex and Mia dance, their connection rooted in shared values. She overheard a guest mention Alex's latest video, a call to protect old-growth forests, which had spurred a statewide petition. Defeated, she slipped out early, driving back to Portland. At a community garden the next week, she led her first volunteer group, teaching kids to plant native flowers. The work felt small but real, a step toward reclaiming herself. She unfollowed Ethan's social media, tired of his curated perfection, and started journaling about her own goals. Alex's policy program kicked off with a field study in Yosemite, where he and Mia tracked wildlife migration shifts. Their data, shared on his channel, caught the eye of a congressional aide, leading to an invitation to testify on conservation funding. Preparing his statement, Alex reflected on his journey, from Sophia's rejection to building a life true to his passion. He texted Mia, "Couldn't have done this without you." She replied, "We're just getting started." At a Portland environmental gala, a colleague showed Sophia a clip of Alex's testimony, his calm authority commanding the room. She smiled faintly, no longer bitter, but aware of what she'd lost by valuing status over substance. She signed up for a conservation course, determined to build a career with meaning. Alex, unaware of her shift, led a Yosemite hike for inner-city youth, their excitement over spotting a deer reminding him why he'd chosen this path. As the sun set over the Sierra, he felt complete, his success defined not by applause but by impact.